We're roughly halfway through the Mastery Pass season, so it's the perfect time for an update. Greetings, owners of fine luxury cardboard rectangles. We are here today to discuss the Magic Arena Mastery Pass. Now, originally, when the Mastery Pass was announced, other things that were also announced at the time made it difficult for me to properly judge the Mastery Pass. One of my fans, a kind fellow by the name of Andrew G, decided to gift me a Mastery Pass in Arena so that I could take a look at it from the inside. Because when it was first announced, my mind was clouded by the other things coming along with it, and it was harder to have an accurate perception of it. Because when they originally announced it, they also announced that they were changing a number of things. They were scrapping the you can win 3 packs a week system and replacing it with a new leveled system going all the way up to level 100. Now, at the same time, they said that you were basically going to have to log in every single day to keep up. To actually level up and get where you wanted to be, you are going to need to log in every day. And they trotted out some excuses saying, oh, we're trying to focus the emphasis on this and that. And you could see underneath that it was a bunch of nonsense. They were intentionally trying to hinder your progress on this to get you to spend a bunch of gems to level up. So I'm going to talk about the Mastery system and the Mastery Pass now, because I spent about a month without getting the Mastery Pass to get a feel of what it's like without the Mastery Pass, and I've had the Mastery Pass now for a couple of weeks, so I'm able to contrast the two experiences. Now, I will say, first of all, I think that what Wizards of the Coast does to people who don't have the Mastery Pass is kind of sketchy. It's kind of awful. They're trying to make you feel like you're lesser and you're missing out. They have 2 tracks for progression. You have your regular track where if you don't have a Mastery Pack, and it shows you every second level you'll get a reward. So you have to level up twice to get anything. Whereas when you have the Mastery Pass, which if you were going to buy the gems to acquire the Mastery Pass, it's 20 American dollars, you can see every level you get something. Also, they have underhanded things they do in that when it shows you what you're going to get with your next level up, it will actually show you what the Mastery Pass is giving. So instead of showing you an empty sphere down there or the booster pack that you're going to win, it shows you other things. Oh, look, here's 200 gems. Oh, that's what you're not winning because you don't have the Mastery Pass. And there's a part of me that genuinely believes they included pets in Arena as a way of visually showing people who have the Mastery Pass versus those who don't. So you would see that little cat icon sitting over, and they curve out a little side area to put the cat icon in if you have the cat pet. But if you're over here and you don't have the Mastery Pass, then look, there's your empty space. So it's a stark reminder of what you don't have. Now, Wizards of the Coast went and changed the method that they were doing things with. They reverted it to a weekly reward system where now instead of having to log in every day, you can get away with logging in every 3 days for maximum results, which is admittedly a better scenario. It's not perfect, but it's better. So I acquired the Mastery Pass, and instantaneously after acquiring it, it gave me all the stuff for all the levels that I had missed. And I mean, getting a drop like that feels pretty nice. So you get a reward with every level, which I like. That's enjoyable because now you don't have that feeling of, oh, I leveled up, I actually didn't get anything. That's not a nice feeling. So it does feel nice to get something from every level, but I also know that a bunch of the rewards that they've thrown in don't feel like they're worth it. They have a bunch of random styles spread along the path, but really they're actually selling you more styles than it seems because they also have the mastery tree. And the mastery tree is terrible. It's absolutely terrible. They give you these glowing spheres, and you use them to fill in little dots of a mastery tree, and each of these that you fills in, they give you a skin. So it's just a cosmetic skin for your digital cards. Now, most of these cosmetic skins suck. Not only that, you're not allowed to just go ahead and pick whichever one you want. It's like, oh, do you want this rare one? Well, sorry, you have to get this one, and then these two over here, and then go into the middle. And then they put things like Kalia off in this own little separate area, but you can't get that unless you do 2 full branches of the tree. So they're giving you multiple copies, not multiple copies, that's not correct, multiple versions of different sleeves, different styles, not sleeves. We'll talk about the sleeves, that's the grand reward. Anyhow, they have all these styles that you get through the mastery tree system, which just feels garbo, it doesn't feel good. And the styles that they've selected to just be along the path, they don't seem like they were selected with a purpose in mind. It's not like as you progress further along the tree, you get stronger, better styles, right? Like you would expect that at the lower levels, they'd give you like the common jank styles, but it really does feel entirely random. On top of that, the planeswalkers that they give you in reward for some of these are the garbage planeswalker deck planeswalkers. And those planeswalkers are intentionally designed in a weak fashion where they're not meant to impact standard, which is what you play on Arena. If you wanted a planeswalker deck, you would get the planeswalker deck. But they're just giving, there are multiple junky planeswalker deck planeswalker cards that they give you as rewards, and they don't feel good. They feel worthless. So that's not a nice feeling. There are certain parts of the reward chain that feel nice, like booster packs, and I like that the Mastery Pass does include a few extra like sets, so you can get things from like Guilds of Ravnica, or you can get Ravnica Allegiance, War of the Spark pack here or there. That feels pretty good. I like those. I like that each 10 levels you have a chance to get, not chance, but you will get 200 gems for each 10 levels you go up, which is pretty sweet. I like the fact that at each 10th level, they give you like a little bit more for your level up. Like you get multiple items as kind of a milestone along each 10. And that's a nice feeling. So I like that. I like the gems. I'm okay with the gold rewards. I think the style rewards suck. I think it sucks even more that they kind of hide the fact that they're giving you more styles by going with these mastery orbs where you can't get anything but these styles. I really don't like that for non-payers, basically anybody who's just playing the game without forking over $20 worth of gems for the Mastery Pass, I don't like that after level 72, there are no more rewards for you. Like you can tell they originally designed this and had no intention of people actually getting to level 100 in the first place. So you have a scenario where you can see they cut it off at level 72 for free players because they never expected people who aren't paying extra money to get past level 72. But the thing is, the paying customers with the Mastery Passes still wouldn't be able to get past level 72 without paying for levels. So they've made changes where some of the things they're doing, it's like they're trying to make sure you have the least chance of getting to level 100 without forking over extra money. When you look at the Ravnica events, what they chose to do with these vacation events is actually kind of scuzzy. With the previous set of events, what happened was we would have an event that ran from like it would run all week, right? So you would have like 7 days to play in this event and get the rewards. But people felt like, okay, I've played like first of all, they had too many games that you had to win to get anywhere. But they heard the feedback on that, and they dropped down the number of games you needed to win, and there's no entry fee. So those are really nice features. But people talked about how these events ran on for too long, and they said, we heard the feedback about how these events run on for too long, and they said we fixed it, which makes you think that this time around, they're going to have the events staggered one after another, because before one event would end, and the next one would start. But instead what they did is the event starts, and then it goes for 3 days. And then you have 4 days of nothing before the next event comes along. right? And it may be 3 or 4 days, 3.5 days. Either way, they cut the amount of time you have to play the event in half. And they give you the ability to get one full level for your first win in this event. But they made the window to play the event that much shorter, and they don't have the next event coming right afterwards. And to me, it genuinely comes across as if they did that as a way to make it so that fewer people would actually get those levels and more people near the end of the season would pay out in gems. Because they talk about all the rewards you can get, and they go, you can even get card sleeves. But card sleeves are your level 100 reward. Level 100. And I still don't know if we're actually going to be able to hit level 100 without paying them any money. They did the math and showed us the stats and things like that and said, oh, you'll be able to get to level, like, you can get to above level 100. I think there might be a couple levels to spare if you do everything. But these little tricks that they do where they shave days off, and I wouldn't be surprised to find out that the level up codes they gave out are also now defunct and limited time. So it's like they're trying to still frustrate us into paying for levels. Now, they don't have the paying for levels quite as obvious as they used to, but it's still there, and they still very much want you to buy levels. So for me, I'm of two minds about the Mastery Pass. I like half of the rewards I get, and I don't like the other half of the rewards. I don't like the way the Mastery Pass is used to psychologically manipulate players into feeling like they're missing out, when the truth is, especially if you don't care about styles and stuff, you're not really missing out on that much. Now, if you do manage to get all the way up to like level 100, you will get 2,000 gems back. And I said earlier that this costs 20 American dollars. That's 3,400 gems. So you can get back over half of that, 2,000 gems, if you hit level 100 or maybe like level 98, wherever it is at the last gem trigger drops. But it'll be in the last couple of levels. It's somewhere around like every like 9th level or something like that is where you get those 200 gems. So in my mind, I am for and against the Mastery Pass. I feel right now that the value of the Mastery Pass is such that it makes sense to get if you're somebody who can grind out the gems. If you can earn yourself some gems by building up gold, playing in drafts, winning gems, and then buy the Mastery Pass, that feels like it's worth it. But in terms of paying Wizards of the Coast directly for it, it is a random, you ever go into a store and they have like mystery bags and you buy it and open it up and it's basically just a bunch of stuff that would have been on clearance or stuff that the store couldn't really get rid of in most cases, with maybe a couple items that you like, but the majority of it is just shoved in there and bundled in and you go, okay, I guess I got this. That's how the Mastery Pass feels. As it stands, I am currently willing to use gems to get the next Mastery Pass to compare and contrast and see if it's gotten better or worse. But I don't come in as a strong recommendation for the Mastery Pass. I think it has advantages, but it also has a lot of fluff masquerading as value, which I don't like. When you go to sign up for the Mastery Pass, it goes up to $200 in value. But that's very arbitrary, and you have to understand that they're valuing every single style that they give you. It doesn't matter if you value it or not. Every single style that they give you is valued at least 400 gems upwards, right? And there are so many styles involved with this. Honestly, styles, I believe, are what you get the most of. Out of everything you get, what you get the most is styles. Because I think you'll get rewarded with gold once every 10 levels, with gems once every 10 levels, but you will get mastery orbs in every grouping of 10, along with styles as well. So you're looking at a scenario where you're actually getting more styles than anything else. So it feels a little bit Trojan horsey in that way. But overall, I would say use gems to get it, yes. Use money to get it, no. That is my current mid-season analysis on the Mastery Pass. Now, we did just hit 18,000 subscribers yesterday, so it is time to move the guilds. Let's do it. Welcome to the chaos of my room stuffed with games. let us move the Boros. Boros, representing 18. Yeah, son. Put that right up here. Yeah. Some of these stickers are getting a little bit aged. We've been using these for a while. I've had this baby since the Dragon Maze days. All right, back over to me. Oh, it's so satisfying to get to use that old Dragon Maze poster that I used from the old school event as part of what we're doing here. I really appreciate all of you being a part of what I do. It's gratifying to watch those numbers grow and have the number of friends and chill people coming to hang out in live streams and in the comment section growing as well. So thank you all for that. Special shout out to my patrons and channel members. Thank you very much for supporting my work. And remember,
together we have the 6 color of magic.